Assalamualaikum and good day to everybody. So today I'm going to present a research titled A Study of Academic Burnout Among Students in Higher Education Institution, IPT. So I am Jamilah Binti Hussain as a presenter for this research, and the co-author for this research is Mr. Shukri bin Muhammad Rose. We are from Politeknik Tuanku, Syed, Sirajuddin. For this research presentation, it will cover for introduction, problem statement, research objective, research question, the importance of research, literature review, research methodology, findings, and conclusions. So the first one, I will explain about introduction. So burnout among students refer to psychological reaction to academic stress and load, and has been identified as a risk factors contributing to academic failure and subsequent mental health challenge. However, academic motivations, hope, and meaning in life can be potential competing factors against school burnout. All individuals have dreams of continuing their studies to a high levels of study. However, life as a student at an institution of higher education is quite challenging, especially when faced with the pressure that prevails throughout the study period. So the problem statement for this research is the school burnout is a potential risk factor for students' academic success and mental health. According to Walbach 2014, it could be helpful to explore the variables related to school burnout for prevention and intervention. So burnout also leads to academic factors where students need to ensure that they achieve excellent result in learning for their career development. Financial factors also has an impact on students studying in college and universities due to the effect of the increase in the cost of living in the campus environments. The consequences of burnout include personal problems, namely lack of sleep, according to Al-Mojali 2017. As a result of lack of sleep, students often feel sleepy when in class, and this causes the body and brain to not be able to rest enough. Here we look to the research objective. For the research objective, the first one is to determine the relationship between academic factors and burnout among IPT students. The second one is to determine the relationship between financial factors and burnout among IPT students. And the last one is to determine the relationship between personal factors and burnout among IPT. So the research question is, the first one is there a relationship between academic factors and burnout among IPT students? The second one is there a relationship between financial factors and burnout among IPT students? And the third one is there a relationship between personal factors and burnout among IPT students? The importance of the research for the students and the parents is more sensitive to the issues of burnout among students for well-being of students' mental health. And for the education institution, the institution are more sensitive about the burden of the student and take care of the student welfare. Okay, let's look to the literature review. So, according to Kitger 2017, burnout occurred when a person feels extremely tired from both emotional and physical and result in continuous disruptions. According to the Fair Brothers and Wong 2003, stated that stress among students is caused by competition with other students, failure, and lack of money. Other Johari and Ahmad 2019 said that academic factors are the main drivers of its existence stress among university students and followed by physical, social, and emotional factors. Young 2004, according to Young 2004, student burnout does student in the learning process because of course stress, course loaded, or other psychological factors display a state of emotional exhausting, a tendency to dispersonalization, and a feeling of low personal accomplishment. Research methodology for this title, the research design is the descriptive review, and we are using a questionnaire distributed to the respondent. So the data collection method is using primary data and secondary data. So the population and the sample for this research is 381 respondents from University of Malaysia, Perlis, UNIMEP, and Politeknik Tuanku, and the students of Politeknik Tuanku, Syed, Sirajuddin, Police, PTSS. So the methodology, the respondent asked using 5-point Likert scales. The Likert scale represent strongly disagree, disagree, neutral, agree, and strongly agree. Okay, this is the finding of the research. So the respondent is 69% is from UNIMEP student, and the rest 30.4% is come from the student of Politeknik Tuanku, Syed, Sirajuddin, or PTSS. So the majority students is the age range 21 to 23 years old. It represent 56.4%, and the students involved with gender, according to the gender, 73.5% of the respondent is a female respondent, and majority of the respondent is a Malay respondent, is contribute for 90.8% of respondent is come from a Malay race. Okay, that looks for the analysis means for the burnout. Okay, so this table show that the respondent have medium, and low level in each item which is tested. This makes the overall levels of burnout also at low levels. However, the item that reached the highest score level, which is learning at institution, make me emotionally tired. Okay, item number 6. This proves that sometimes students also experience fatigue in performing tasks as students, but still at a control level. Overall, the levels of burnout among UNIMEP and PTSS students are at a low level and not worrying. Okay. We look at the table of analysis mean for academic factors. Okay, so item number 1 to item number 4 in this table show that the mean analysis of student academic achievement. This average overall mean score is 2.69, which is in agreement with a standard deviation of 1.3. So the highest percentage of this item is item number 3, which is I often experience physically and mentally burnout after studying, with a mean score of 2.98. So this shows that academic performance is at a moderate level. Okay. Next, we look to analyze mean for financial factors. So the average of mean obtained for this section is 2.93, which means that the percentage agree is 34.8% with a standard deviation of 1.3. So this shows that the level student burnout is at a moderate level in terms of financial factors. So based on this table, show that the highest mean is 3.77 for the item number 2, that is, I often feel ashamed to ask my parent for money. So nowadays, lot of things use money, and if the students feel ashamed to ask money from the parents, so it's quite difficult and quite stress for the student for continuous their life in the campus. Okay, we look to the analysis mean for personal factors. So according this table, there are 6 items of analyzed mean for personal factors. So the average overall mean score is 2.73, and with a standard deviation of 1.3. The higher percentage of agree is item number 1, is covered 67.4%. For item number 1, it's often worry about the future, and the mean is 3.66. The level of mean is high. So overall, the average for the personal factor is in a medium scales. Okay, next we look to the correlation of burnout level mean score against academic, financial, and personal factors among IPT students. So this is the tables of interpretation which show the correlation strength. Okay, according to this table, the correlation for the burnout is in a medium relationship. So the result of the correlation analysis show that there is a moderate positive relationship. Our relationship, the R is 0.599. Okay, so for the academic factors, the R, the correlation is 0.524, and for the financial is 0.425, and for the personal factors, the correlation is 0.566. Okay, so means that the relationship or the correlation of burnout against academic, financials, and personal factors among the IPT student in the range of medium. Okay, the conclusion for this research: overall, the levels of burnout for the respondent of this study is at a moderate level, where it shows that the respondent did not show fatigue syndrome extremely, as well as the obtained level is at a status that is not worrying. Based on how the respondents get feedback to this questionnaire, as well as the research finding obtained, show their probability of reaching a higher level of burnout is not will happen. It can be concluded that the respondent in this study have positive value that help them not to facing burnout at a high level. That's all for the presentation. Thank you for watching.